Modern psychology has actually started to play with this idea that we are more, one psychologist I was reading recently, more than just our minds. Something else lies behind it. There's work being done on near-death experiences among people where they're starting to, people are, even from a naturalistic perspective, realizing that there's something about the spiritual realm that's a thing. You know, I find it fascinating that people are getting in touch with me with the opening story of my book, The Problem of Jesus. And there's all these kind of emails about, because it was a story about the demonic and experiencing something that literally there was a spiritual presence in my home. And people saying, I've had experiences like this that are extremely hard to explain. I know of one, there's two brothers who are Christians and they write and direct horror movies. And people are like, why would you direct horror movies? You're Christians, you're not supposed to do that, that's evil. And their whole philosophy is, yeah, because what am I just gonna do a movie about, I don't know, just living life and being good at education? You know, what other story should we tell? Rather than stories that crack open the question of whether there's something behind the veil. Why wouldn't I tell stories that are spiritual in nature to put it in front of our face? Because the reality is we are spiritual. And the question is not just, is there a natural world that you were born into? That's not good enough. You need to be born spiritually. And so you have to ask the question. Russell Moore, who's like the super conservative thinking guy in the United States, Christian guy, he says that his favorite holiday is Halloween. Now you would think all the Christians are like, no, Halloween's bad. He's like, my favorite. And he said, growing up, Christmas was fine, you get the presents, but Halloween was the best because when I went out at night and I saw those skeletons and those zombies, I knew there was a reason I got afraid. Because it spoke to something that was real. And all we want to do is bury it. We don't want to talk about the spiritual. We just want to move on with our life. And what do you talk about with your friends? Anything spiritual? Or do you just talk about the latest vacation you're going to go on and what you're watching on TV and what did you bring for dinner? Stuff that doesn't matter eternally. Beautiful stuff. Stuff that has to do with the integration of our life. But is it spirit stuff? Stuff that's about your soul? Or is it stuff all on the temporal plane, the natural plane?